The modern world is obsessed with achievement. Open almost any official document and you will see the same pattern. Report cards list accomplishments. Diplomas certify completed milestones. Resume present victories, experience, and results. Company websites fill their About Us pages with growth, success stories, and measurable achievements. Everywhere the message is the same. Life is about reaching, winning, building, proving, and accumulating. But there's another side of life that receives far less attention, even though it may be just as important. The mistakes we did not make, not doing something foolish that could ruin your life, is often no less important than doing something impressive. In some cases, it is even more important. One reckless decision, one unnecessary humiliation, one destructive relationship, one dishonest shortcut, one uncontrolled impulse can damage years of work, trust, health, or peace. Modern culture celebrates visible success. It rarely celebrates avoided disaster. And yet much of a good life is built not only through achievement, but through restraint. This applies to strategic choices as much as to everyday ones. Choosing not to enter a toxic partnership can matter more than landing the perfect opportunity. Refusing one bad deal can be more valuable than closing 3 good ones. Not humiliating another person in anger may preserve something far more important than any temporary emotional victory. Sometimes not hurting someone is as important as helping them. Sometimes not saying the cruel sentence is more meaningful than later trying to say something kind. Sometimes not destroying trust matters more than trying to rebuild it afterward. This is one of the least glamorous truths about life. Wisdom often appears not in spectacular action, but in disciplined refusal. The Stoics understood this well. Philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius did not reduce success to status, wealth, or applause. They focused on character, self-command, and the ability to avoid becoming the kind of person who ruins life through impulse. In that sense, restraint was not passivity. It was strength. It is easy to admire achievement, because achievement is visible. Everyone can see the promotion, the money, the new project, the public recognition. But avoided catastrophe is invisible. Nobody writes on a resume, "Did not destroy my marriage through arrogance. Did not ruin my reputation through dishonesty. Did not lose years of life to one stupid decision. Did not humiliate someone I loved in a moment of anger. Did not trade peace for vanity." And yet these things matter enormously. In fact, some of the happiest and most stable lives are not built by extraordinary victories alone, but by a quiet series of avoided disasters. A person does not always need to become a hero. Sometimes they simply need not become their own enemy. This also changes how we think about moral life. People often focus only on positive action, helping, giving, supporting, building, praising. All of this matters, but negative restraint matters too. Not lying, not betraying, not humiliating, not manipulating, not escalating conflict, not choosing vanity over loyalty. There is dignity in what we refuse to do. And in many cases, that dignity protects life more than ambition does. The pursuit of goals can easily become dangerous when a person forgets to ask not only, "What do I want to achieve?" but also, "What must I avoid becoming in the process?" It is entirely possible to gain status, money, and recognition, and still ruin a perfectly good life on the way there. A person can win outwardly and lose inwardly. This is why maturity requires 2 kinds of intelligence. The first is constructive, how to create, build, improve, achieve. The second is protective, how to avoid ruin, how not to step into traps, how not to let one stupid impulse destroy what matters. The second kind is often underestimated, but it may be what keeps the first one meaningful. A peaceful life is not only the result of what we accomplished, it is also the result of what we managed not to destroy. A good character is not only formed by noble acts, it is also formed by resisted temptations, unsent messages, unspoken insults, avoided vanities, and roads wisely not taken. So yes, achievement matters. But the modern world sees only half the picture. Because the ability not to do foolish things is also an achievement. And sometimes it is the one that saves everything else.